So yeah, here we are. Welcome back to Star Citizen 3.1.4. We're just going to be looking at a few things today. Today we're going to be looking at the Vulcan, the new ship, salvage ship. Only joking. Well, we're not going to be doing that. So actually, what we are going to do, we're going to look at the travel through the wormhole system. So we'll go from Crusader to Hurston through the wormhole there. No, we're not going to be doing that. No, we're not going to be doing that. What we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the scanning and mining system. So we're going to be flying to some asteroids and doing a bit of mining. And yeah, that's not happening, is it? That won't be happening for quite some time, I would imagine, till that's working. Who knows? My experience is like my experience of this sort of thing. You can keep an audience waiting far too long. In the end, I mean, what you can do. There's one time that well, it was quite a long time ago. Actually, it was. It wasn't in the recent. Well, I mean, I say a long time ago. I mean, it depends what you call a long time. Do you know what I mean? It might have been. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a year. It was a bit more than that, but it wasn't. It was under 5 years. Let's say like that. So anyway, there I am at the beginning. Well, I'll explain a little bit what I mean about keeping people waiting. Well, when I say about, I mean, it's not so much of a story about keeping people waiting. It's more, well, I mean, it does demonstrate some of the features of, tardiness and anticipation and things like. Well, I say anticipation. It's not. How can I describe it? It's more of a feeling of, like an inner feeling of like wanting something that's not quite getting to the point. You know what I mean? Well, I say not to the point, but I mean, all right. Well, look, I can go back, right? So 5 years ago. Well, it wasn't really 5 years ago. It was more like it was a few months. Like, imagine like it was about 5 years ago. I say five. It's more like four. But what I mean is that when you make people wait for something, like imagine that you're waiting for something. Like imagine that you're waiting. All right. Imagine a situation, okay, whereby you're waiting for somebody to get to the point. And or like not all right, well, okay, not so much to get to the, well, when I say get to the point, I merely mean to suggest, like in a roundabout way, that what there is there's a general direction that the thing is going in, and you are generally, you see what I mean? It's like, this is the waiting is the point, isn't it? It's like this. It's like there is a point where an audience will just go, oh, for God's sake, can you just, I mean, you started it, Roberts, you started it, I'm just trying to finish it. You know what I mean? I'm only pointing something out here that like we can wait so long, and then you're like so many, like look at E3, so many games coming out that look like immersive, open world, first person things to do. There's only so long that the cinematic vision will sustain itself, because I mean there are films. I don't know if you can hear me now. Hello? Hello? There are films, and there are films, and there are films. No, but the point I'm trying to make here is that, there are... The cinematic vision itself will only sustain, because films exist already. So if we wanted to watch a really cool, a cinematic sci-fi experience, we can do that. We can sit back and we can watch any number of films and be immersed in that world. And I mean, I understand the tendency towards cinematics. I mean, if you look at a lot of the E3 trailers, they are cinematic trailers. What they've done is they've made a miniature movie, 5-6 minute movie, short film if you will, that suggests, in the same way that a trailer for a movie suggests, plots, characters, outcomes, conflicts, unresolved situations, and the implication is you're going to be able to come into this movie-like experience and do those things, which is all very fine, but you know how it goes. You actually play the game and you're trudging through a corridor looking for a widget, and you pick it up and you find out that in order to activate it, you've got to go and build a motorcycle out of spare parts in order to ride across a desert, in order to dive into a pool to get the key to open the box to get the widget that you need to make the thing work that you found in the first place. And it's not like it doesn't have the same dynamics You know, these games are quite grindy. I mean, I find Star Citizen to be quite a grinding experience. You know, you have to travel there and you're looking at your dashboard for the most of the part, and then you arrive and you So my point is this. What's his point? Well, he's getting to his point. Give him a minute, all right? Man, don't rush the man. You know, he'll get to the point in a minute. You know, what are you doing? You're only sat in your bedroom picking your nose. Let the man finish. All right. So what I'm saying is this. You have to organise your own fun, you know what I mean? So there is an event happening, probably today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get involved with it because of work commitments, but I mean, I'm going to try. So later on today, I'll probably stream again a little bit, or I might just record it and post it, highlights, something like that. I have to get people's permission before I do that, but I mean, I don't mind doing that. But yeah, in preparation for that, I'm going to go off and buy myself a sniper rifle. So that's what we're doing today. So you know, happy nappies. Welcome to Star Citizen 3.1.4. I'm sorry that I took so long to get to the point, but you know, I don't really see the problem, to be honest. You know, let a man finish. Give me a minute. A man's got a limit. Welcome to PU. Just going to jump in here. We're going to see how long it takes. We're at 24 seconds since I pressed the... No, 24 was the start when I pressed the button. We're not getting a lot here, are we, people? What is the problem? That's what I'd like to know. Alright, well, you know, I mean, you can blather on about, you know, how CIG aren't ready, but what about you, Downer? What about you? You're not ready, are you? Look at your stream. It's just an inky blackness. Honestly, the hypocritical nature of it all gets on your nerves, doesn't it? Alright, give me a minute. A man's got a limit. Let's just try and find the point here. Right. Yeah, alright, that's all well and good. That seems fine. I'd like to try to fix it anyway. Alright. Okay. Alright, well, what can we say about that? It's a complete fiasco, isn't it? Total fiasco. Oh, a fiasco. Alright, 2 minutes in, there's nothing going on. Alright, look, I will try. The game is not behaving itself, so we'll see what we can see here. I blame you, CIG, for this lack of playability. Right, let's just see what we can see here. Alright, give me a sec then. I'll be back shortly. Just hang on to your boots here.